Hi, do you have a smartphone or any electronic device that can access the internet? Would you like to earn extra 5,000 to 15,000 naira daily from the telecom, banking, power, and entertainment sectors of Nigeria's economy? And let me ask you this important, very pertinent question. Would you be willing to do whatever, underline that word, whatever it takes, legally, ethically, and morally to create wealth and live the life of your dreams, that life you have always desired, that freedom that you've always wanted? Would you be willing to do what it takes, legally, ethically, and morally, to create it? If your answer to any or these three questions is yes, then you're in the right place. If you own a smartphone that has access to the internet, you would love to make 5 to 15,000 naira every day from telecom, banking, and entertainment sectors, and you're willing to put in the work, the effort that is necessary to create this lifestyle, then this is the place for you. Welcome to 1 to 3 Steps to Wealth, powered by MexoomPay, in association, in partnership with DSTV, GoTV, StarTimes, as well as all the foremost Nigerian banks, including UBA, Skybank, Diamond Bank, Fidelity, GT Bank, name them. All of them are in partnership with us to provide this training for you, as well as the telecom industries, telecom companies, MTN, Nine Mobile, Airtel, and Glo. My name is Dr. J. Ugu. I am the CEO of MexoomPay, and I'll be your guide on today's training program. Thank you immensely for coming to this video training. You will be blessed by what you're going to learn, by what you're going to share. And let me just give you a brief idea of the benefits, the things you will learn by the end from now till the end of this training. First, I'm going to show you how to leverage on the MexoomPay payment platform to create additional income stream, whether you're employed, self-employed, or unemployed. If you're a civil servant, you work for somebody, you work in an organization where your take home is obviously not enough to take you home, you need to begin to look for other areas that can enable you create more income streams without affecting that of primary job that you're already doing. If you're self-employed, you have a shop, you have your own business, you're doing things, but the money you make is obviously not enough for all the needs, for all the things that you need to do, then this training is also for you, because I'm going to show you how to begin to make more income. You're a fresh graduate, just finished your youth service, you're even a student, you're unemployed, and then you need to begin to make money to augment whatever your parents are doing for you, or you want something to start life with, then this training is what is for you, because you're going to learn how to begin to make money, how to start, with something that is very, very small. I'm also going to show you how to use this platform to raise capital for your business. For instance, you have that business idea, that beautiful idea of setting up a new business, of starting something, of a particular project, but you don't have enough money to start. 10 million, 20 million, 30 million. I can assure you this platform, MexoomPay, will enable you to generate as much as 25 million naira in business grants to set up that business. We all know how difficult it is to get loans from banks, from families or friends, and all of that. If you go to a bank, they ask you for collateral. Then my question is, if you had that collateral, why would you not go and ask the bank to lend you money? So, but if you do what I'm going to share with you on this platform, you will be able to raise as much as 25 million naira to get started with that business. And you will also learn how to access coaching and mentorship. And finally, you will learn how to build a residual or passive income stream on MexoomPay. Residual or passive income is that income that comes way after you have stopped working. For instance, you work for any given number of time, maybe 1 month, maybe 2 months, maybe 1 year, 3 years, and then build a business system, and then that system continues to pay you long after you have stopped working. That is residual income, and it is possible on MexoomPay, and I'll show you how to do that. You see, people don't understand some of these things. Somebody works, from the first of the month to the end of the month, for 1 year, for 20 years, for 35 years. You find out that each time you don't go to work, you don't get paid. So what if you're sick? What if you get tired? What if something happens to your body? And you find out that as you grow older, your body becomes weaker, but you need more money. So that is the reason why you need to devote a particular amount of time in your life to create a residual or passive income stream. Another example of residual or passive income is intellectual property. You write a book, you sing a song. It takes you time, it takes energy, it takes resources to build it, to perform it, to do that thing the first time. But once you've done it, 1 year down the line, for the next 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, you keep making money out of it. There are musicians who have released songs, and then the last 10 years, 20 years, that song has been paying them without them lifting a finger any longer. So I'm going to show you, all of us are not gifted as, talented to write books or to become singers and actors and all of those things. But with what you learn here, you can build a residual or passive income stream that will pay you long after you have stopped working. Good or good? Good. So let's continue. In my training, I use a particular training methodology called NLP. That's neuro-linguistic programming. It is a training methodology that enables you to assimilate more, to understand more, and then to have fun while you're learning. The key things in this learning methodology is that it's interactive. So I'm going to ask you a lot of questions. You already would have noticed it. The first time we opened, I asked 3 important questions. So I'm going to ask a lot of questions. The essence of those questions is to make sure that you get involved in what we are doing. I'm also going to ask you to do a simple exercises. Maybe raise your hand, maybe stand up, maybe smile. Do this more during my offline training. So this thing is important because what you hear, you forget. What you see, you remember, but what you do, you understand. Repeat after me. What I hear, I forget. What I see, I remember. What I do, I understand. So we're going to do a lot of things together with me to ensure that you understand what it is, the principles we're going to be talking about. I'm also going to be using repetition. I'll say a lot of things and then I say them over and over again. I'll repeat them. This is called cycle learning. Repetition is for emphasis, but above that, it also helps to cement your memory, to enable you to recall it. Helps you to recall things that you repeated over and over and over again. Repetition helps memory. Say this after me. Repetition helps memory. Then we also use a lot of learning aids, actions. Like I said, I will ask you to do a few things. Then in offline classes, we do demonstrations. I call people to the front of the class. I ask them to stand up. We demonstrate certain things. We make certain experiments. And then these things will promote, enable you to assimilate more, to learn more, and then to have fun while you're doing that. And then occasionally I also show you videos. These are multimedia videos that will help you also to cement these things into your head so that you can learn a lot more. That is called accelerated or experiential learning. I encourage you, as we start this class, it's probably going to take about 1 hour, 30 minutes. Avoid every distraction. Get into a quiet room. Lock yourself in. Call your friends, call your relations. If you're married, if you have children, tell them, take permission from them that you're going to be away for the next 1 hour or 1 hour, 30 minutes. Nobody should disturb you. Put your phone off or put it on silence. Switch off your social media account, Facebook and all of it. Just this 1 hour, 30 minutes, and then you will learn amazing lots of things that will change your mind. You can imagine what will happen to your life if you begin to make an additional 5 to 15,000 every day without necessarily doing something that you've not been doing all this while. And I also encourage you to ensure that you watch this training to the end. It is very important. A lot of very important things I've also reserved them towards the end. And then I have maybe a few freebies, maybe a few things I may be able to give out towards the end of this video. So it is important you watch this training to the end. So to begin, let me teach you declaration, and then declaration are important statements, powerful statements that can change your life. So let me switch over to the video so I can show you, because it has to be demonstrated. Let me demonstrate to you how to make an example of a very simple declaration that you can begin to make that will change your life. Good or good? Good. So let's go there. Let me teach you a simple declaration. Declaration are powerful statements that has the capacity to change your life by attracting positive things into your life. And it's very simple. Your right hand, especially if you're right-handed, by the right side of your head, and then say, I am a millionaire. Say after me. Your right hand by the right side of your head, I am a millionaire. And then your same right hand by the left side of your chest, I am awesome. And then you give yourself a high five. 3 simple steps, 3 simple actions, followed by the declarations. I am a millionaire, I am awesome, and then you give yourself a high five. That's wonderful. It's a wonderful way to start your day. It's a wonderful way to motivate yourself. It's a wonderful way to speak to yourself. Each time you make that declaration, it says to your mind, it says to the core of your being that you're a millionaire. It says that you're awesome, meaning awesome things will happen to you. This declaration has the capacity, because you speak it into the universe. The universe will attract awesome things, will attract positive things. It will attract the physical manifestation of that millionaire that you're in your mind to happen to you. So I advise you, I encourage you, do this at least twice every day, in the morning and in the evening. In the morning before you go out for work, preferably standing before a mirror, say, I am a millionaire, I am awesome, and and then you give yourself a high five, and then go out and then do whatever you have to do for the day. Go to work, go to your business. Anytime you do something amazing, something fantastic, something good happens, even when nothing is happening, but you believe you're a millionaire, you believe awesome things will happen to you, always stop once in a while and say to yourself, I am a millionaire, I am awesome, and then you give yourself a high five. And when you come back from work in the evening, when you review the day, even though the day has not gone as you expected, or it has gone even way beyond what you expected, always remember to be thankful. Before you go to bed, when you finish your routine, say to yourself again, I am a millionaire, I am awesome, and then you give yourself a high five. I give you a 30-day challenge. For the next 30 days, try to do this simple declaration and actions twice every day for the next 30 days, and then get back to me. I can guarantee you, even though it seems very simple, but awesome things will happen to you. You'll begin to feel the physical manifestation of being a millionaire happening in your life. So let's proceed with our training. But before we do that, say to yourself again, I am a millionaire, Dr. J is a millionaire, I am awesome, and then you give yourself a high five. So thank you. Alright, so let's continue. This is an outline of the things we're going to discuss in this video training. So we'll start with an introduction. I'm going to introduce myself, who is Dr. J. Then I'm going to talk a bit again about the purpose, the reason behind MexoomPay. Why MexoomPay? Then who is MexoomPay for? I've actually already talked about it a bit, but we'll go into a little more detail to show you who MexoomPay really is for, and then you will now know. By now, if you're still watching, if you're still listening to me, I know obviously MexoomPay is for you. And then I'm going to show you some testimonials. People are already on this platform. People are already making money. People are making up to that. Even some people are making more than 15,000 naira every day on MexoomPay platform. So we'll look at their testimonials. Where are they from? Every part of the country where this is happening. We just captured a few of them to show you, for you to understand that this is a train that is moving so fast that the best you can do for yourself is just to hop on that train. Then we'll go further to talk about what is MexoomPay. We'll look at the technical details. What really is MexoomPay? How does it work? How does MexoomPay work? How do you make money on MexoomPay? Making money on MexoomPay. And then if you want to start, which I am sure there is no way you can go through this training and you want to remain the same, you don't want to take an action, it's a getting started on MexoomPay. What are the steps that you need to take to begin to start to make this amazing amount of money, to get the coaching, to get the mentorship, to qualify for the grants and all of those things? And then we look at 1 to 3 steps to wealth. There are 3 steps you must take if you want to take maximum advantage, to get maximum benefit of what MexoomPay is all about. That's 1 to 3 steps to wealth. And then we will now conclude. We'll make a conclusion, and of course we'll see you on the other side. So my name is Dr. J. I'm a medical doctor. Actually, I am retired. I retired at the age of 40. I'm the medical director of New Med Hospitals Group. We have branches in Abuja, we have branches in the Enugu State, a number of branches that are also coming up. And then each time I tell people that I'm retired, people look at me and then they say, you're too young to retire. And I tell them the truth. You don't retire when you're old. You retire when the job is done. And what determines when the job is done is when you've set up a system. 2 criteria actually that determines when you retire. When you build a system that makes sure that the job continues to be done, and then when you build leadership, somebody or a group of people who can run the affairs of that system. And I tell people, we are children of God. All of us, most of us, you listening to me, I know you're a child of God, and so you're created in the image and likeness of God. So you should also operate, you should also walk like your Father who is God. And then come to think about it, when did God retire? God retired on the 6th day. After creating man, God is retired. How do I know that God is retired? God has never made man again. After God created Adam, God has not created any man up to today. God has never created any trees. God has never created any oceans, any seas any longer. He did that thing from the 1st day to the 6th day, and after that God has retired. Now in retirement, what has God been doing? God has been managing, God has been supervising the affairs of the entire universe. God is the chairman of the universe, so he's retired. So why do you now think as a child of God you have to work to 65 or to 70 years before you retire? No, that's not good. Use as little time as possible to create a system. So God created a system first. The trees multiply by themselves. Human beings give birth to human beings. The ocean, there is evaporation, there's condensation, rain continues to fall. That's the system. And then finally on the 6th day, God created man. to manage the affairs of what is it has created, that system, which is leadership. So when you achieve these two things in your life, that is when it is time to retire. When you create a system, and then when there's leadership to run that system, that is when you retire. So because I did that by the age of 40, I was able to retire from active medical practice. That's true. That's true. Awesome. Fantastic. But then there is something more important to it. When you retire, it doesn't mean you go to sleep. It doesn't mean you stop working. What it just means is that, as a matter of fact, you rise to a higher value, to a higher place of purpose. You see, it is when you retire that you can begin to live the true life that God created you for, the true purpose of your existence on earth. That is when you begin to live that true purpose. So that is why it's important for me, anybody listening to me, that you begin to create system that can enable you to retire, so you can begin to live your true purpose. You see, your purpose is not to eat, your purpose is not to buy cars, your purpose is not to pay your children's school fees and all of those things, but those things are important. So if you're still tied to going to work to make money to do those things, you can never retire. So but when you follow the system I'm going to show you, which is something I've done by myself, I'm a living example, I have the result, then you can retire. So you have enough money, system that gives you enough money to take care of all your basic needs, then you can retire to your true purpose in God. Good or good? That's great. So once I retired, I became a business coach. I'd actually practiced medicine for the past 13 to 15 years before I retired. Then I became a business coach, because even when I was working as a doctor full time, I was also involved in businesses. So from the result and the experiences that I've generated, I'm now a business coach. I also work with Abuja Enterprises Agency as a faculty board member, where we train young people to take their business idea and then into the market and then to a full-fledged business. So I've been coaching business, I've been doing investment mentorship for the past 4 to 5 years, and then that is what my life is all about now. It's as a result of that coaching and mentorship and then training people that we're able to build the payment platform we're talking about today, called MexoomPay. Fortunately, I am the Chief Executive Officer of MexoomPay. So that is who I am, and then that is why I'm very confident that I can take you through this learning process. And if you follow the steps that I'm going to show you, your life will be changed, especially your financial life. You begin to learn new things, you begin to do amazing things, and life will only get better for you. So why MexoomPay? Why did we come up with this idea of MexoomPay? You see, it's not just another platform to make money. No, it is a credible, robust, and transparent wealth creation system that Nigerians can leverage on to realize their financial goals and dreams. I tell you my personal story. When I started this journey of wealth creation, I was involved with a lot of things. Things happen not the way you want it. And then I began to ask myself, I called it a group of friends of mine, I told them, is it that we cannot create our own system? Is it that we cannot create our own platform? Because there's, we're frustrated, there were struggles, there are several platforms that were involved in, there were absolutely Ponzi schemes, there were pyramid schemes, online scams and frauds and all of those things. There were a lot of frustrations on those platforms, and unfortunately those platforms are foreign. Foreigners bring these platforms into Nigeria, and then because I teach people business, investment and all of that, I encourage them to either take part in this platform, participate in them, or invest in them. And then they trust me because of what I teach. And then what happens is they get frustrated. Me, I've also invested, I've lost a lot of money in online schemes. So that's why I called a group of my friends, a group of competent people, and said, let's build something on our own. Let's build something, and then we can vouch for it. Our credibility can stand. And then that is why you have MexoomPay today. So it's fulfilling the gap so that we don't have to run to other people we don't know who come here, collect our money, and then disappear. And then you see, when they disappear, they leave us fighting among ourselves. This person will say, you're the one that introduced this to me. This person will say, you're the one that introduced this to me. And they'll start going to police station, we'll start locking ourselves up. And then those who collected the money, they have run away and disappeared with our money. So that is the basic reason why we have to create this platform, because we know what they know, even better than them. And then we have credibility, we have integrity. So these things, we can use it to build a platform that our people can rely on. And that's why MexoomPay came to be. So MexoomPay is real people doing real business, providing digital services, impacting lives, and building wealth. What is the authenticity of this business? You can see our certificates of incorporation with Corporate Affairs Commission. Maxoom Consulting and Multi-Services Limited is incorporated with CAC, and that's the company name. But the product name, which is the brand we're using, is MexoomPay. So it's registered with Corporate Affairs Commission. We are licensed and regulated by all the relevant government agencies such as Central Bank, NDIC, which is the Nigerian Deposit Insurance Commission, the NIBSS, which is Nigerian Interbank Settlement Scheme. So we are licensed and regulated by this agency. So it's not something that just tomorrow you say either you invested or you did business with us and then we just disappeared into thin air. And we also have service level agreements with major service providers such as all the telcos, the discos, pay TV companies, financial technology companies, payment aggregators, and then payment terminal service providers, PTSP. We have service level agreements with these people, which ensures that the services that we don't provide directly, we have an agreement that these people provide those services to us, and then we can now enable other people, our agents, our customers, our clients, to also now access these services. What we've done is to have a one-stop shop for payment of more than 500 bills. MexoomPay is fast, it is easy, it is secure, and above all, it pays you each time you pay bill. Our office is located at the Empire, number 5 Luga Street, Asuku, Abuja, the federal capital of Nigeria. So if you're in Abuja, you can stop by the office anytime to ask further questions, to get to understand what we do, and then to be reassured that this is a genuine platform. If you're not in Abuja, anytime you come into Abuja, you can drop by or send people to come and then do your due diligence for you. So who is MexoomPay for? MexoomPay is for people who desire a new stream of income. Like I said earlier, whether you're employed, whether you're self-employed, or whether you're unemployed. If you're looking for business capital, you're looking for coaching, you're looking for mentorship, you've been struggling in that business, you want somebody to guide you, you want somebody to help you, and then get to take that business to where it should be, then this is where you can do it. I've actually been doing this for so long, but you see, when I do my private coaching, it's a little bit expensive. It's not everybody that can afford to pay 500,000 for coaching for every 3 months. So what we have done with MexoomPay is to find a platform where people can access this coaching with a minimal amount of money, and then it makes it easier for a lot of people to now live the kind of life and they do the kind of business that they want to do. This platform is also for you if you're looking to generate residual or passive income. I've already talked about residual income. It's an income that you start making long after you have stopped working. So you work for 2, 3, 4, 5 years to build the system, and then for the rest of your life you continue to make money. So I'm going to share all of these things with you. What are the requirements for you to be part of this platform? First, you must have a smartphone or any device that can access the internet. And then second, and almost the more important one, is your willingness to do whatever it takes legally, ethically, and morally to realize your financial goals. It's important to include those caveats. It must be legal, it must be ethical, and it must be moral, because we don't want to get involved in anything that you will not be proud of. And as a matter of fact, even if you don't have a smartphone and you're listening to me, even if you don't have a device that is connected to the internet, as long as you're willing, that's whatever is on the line, as long as you're willing to do whatever it takes, then you can actually get a smartphone, you can actually get the money to register, you can actually get the money to begin to do the business and all the things that are involved. You see, there is always a way. Once there is a will, there is always a way. If you're willing to do this, there must be a way to get ahead with it. So what are people saying? People who are already on this platform, what are they saying? Mr. Michael, who is based in Kubo in Abuja, who has his business name is Ultimate Pay. You can see our banner. Our banner is shop. He does this his full-time business. He said, "My name is Mr. Michael. I'm a beneficiary of this wonderful company and platform, MexoomPay. I got to know about it through my mother, and after my thorough investigation and analysis of the company and how it works, I am proud to be self-employed as a customer of MexoomPay." So like I said, it's good for people who want to be self-employed, who are already self-employed, who are graduates and they don't have anything to do. He said, "Anywhere I go, I encourage fathers, mothers, youths to see the light which MexoomPay has done, and then to do their business." Sorry, let me take that again. He said, "Anywhere I go, I encourage fathers, mothers, youth to see the light which MexoomPay has done and can do to their business and life." It says visit www.mexoompay.com for more details. God bless you all. Okay, that's fantastic. Thank you, Mr. Michael. And then Mr. Clement will be, who is also based in Duse, Abuja. You can see his banner. I think he's doing this business in his house. I think I visited him once. He's actually a pastor. He's doing this business in his house. His name is Global Digital Services. He said, "I was so lucky to have heard about MexoomPay on radio and trace the reliability and integrity of the company, only to discover that Okay, so since MexoomPay gives you access to the four biggest sectors of Nigeria's economy, which are the telecom, the banking, the power and entertainment sectors. MexoomPay gives you access to these four sectors, which are the four biggest sectors of Nigeria's economy. It's important to understand this. We need to look at the magnitude of the money-making opportunity in this industry, so you have an idea of what we are dealing with. So let's start with the telecom industry. Nigeria had a mobile subscriber population of 114 million by January 2017. By January 2018, this number had risen to about 151 million, with an average spending by every subscriber estimated at almost 1,000 naira every month. So, on the average, about 151 million Nigerians spend each almost 1,000 naira monthly for recharging data, airtime, and all of those things. This is a huge industry. This is a massive industry, and I'm going to show you the money-making opportunity in this industry that we're all missing out. As a matter of fact, look at the banks. Each time you go to an ATM machine, each time you use a digital means of payment, the banks will always advertise to you, will you want to recharge, will you want to do this one? And then you've not asked yourself the question, why do banks do this? It's because there is money in it. The money may not be big individually, but let's say the banks make 10 naira for every recharge you do, and then 1 million people recharge on that bank's platform in a day. That is 10 million naira every day. So what MexoomPay has done is to take this money that we're giving out to the bank and then put it in the hands of ordinary Nigerians. And then the only thing you need to do is to keying in onto the platform MexoomPay, and you begin to make this money for yourself. A lot of us already recharge from our phones. You have an app, but the truth is you're making your banks richer. So with MexoomPay, that money that is supposed to go to your bank actually comes to you. I'm going to explain all of this as we go on. So when you look at, by the end of July 2018, Nigeria had a total number of internet subscribers, 86 million. Which means 78% of Nigerians have access to the internet every day. This is huge business in different dimensions. First of all, this number of people, they have to buy internet data every day. So it's a huge business for you. But again, because this number of Nigerians are on the internet, when we go into the nitty-gritty of this business, you find out that you can actually also take your business online and have access to 78% of Nigerians that are on the internet. Nigeria is, I think, about the fifth largest number of internet subscribers in the whole world. This is a huge business opportunity for us. A 2014 survey by the National Bureau of Statistics (NBS) states that the World Bank has indicated that Nigerians spend more money recharging their phones than feeding. And this was amazing when I heard about this, when I saw it for the first time. And then when I thought about it, I found out that it's true. There are times that I buy a recharge card more than what I used to eat for that particular day. And this is not just me. Most Nigerians do this. So this is a massive business opportunity for all of us. People can leverage on the MexoomPay platform. Now, let's look at this again. It says the Nigerian telecom consumer spent 6.6 billion in 2017, according to the Nigerian Communications Commission. $6.6 billion. That was what Nigerians spent. And the MTN alone got 3.09 billion dollars out of this in the year ended 2017. Now, let me ask you, did you contribute to this revenue? Is your money inside this 3.9 billion? Is your money inside this 3.9 billion? Yes, I'm sure. I can hear you. Your answer is yes. My money is there. Your money is there. All of our money is what made this 3.09 billion. But how much of it came to you? How much of this 3.9 billion came to you? As you were spending, did anyone come to you? You see, that is what we're doing with MexoomPay. MexoomPay, you can't stop you from spending, you can't stop you from buying airtime, you can't stop you from paying bills. But what we're doing is, as you pay bills, as other people pay bills, part of that money they used to pay bills will come back to you. The good news is, ordinarily, you cannot set up it may be difficult, not that you can't, but it may be difficult for you to float a telecom communication company. Even to get a distributorship is so difficult. But with MexoomPay, with a little amount of money, you can leverage, and then each time people pay bills, each time people recharge their phones and then buy airtime and data, then you are also going to be able to make money. This is the same thing that your banks are doing, that are making millions. I ask you this question: how many banks in the last couple of years have set up a new bank branch? You hardly see them setting up new branches these days. Why? Because they already have these alternative ways of making money. So why should they go ahead setting up bank branches? Let's look at the banking industry proper. Despite grappling with economic headwinds for most of the year, the Nigerian banking industry still posted a total profit after tax (PAT) of 632 billion naira for the year 2017. You see, we said there was a recession and all of this thing, but the banks are still smiling to the bank, even though they are the banks. They're still smiling, they're still doing good, even though they've returned, they laid off a lot of people, but they are still doing well. The total volume of 457,256,406 transactions valued at 32 trillion were recorded in the first quarter of 2018. And it's important to note that electronic ATM and mobile money transactions dominated the volume of transactions recorded. So this is key. This information is very, very key, because it means that more transactions are becoming electronic, are becoming digital. And what it means for us is you don't need to own a bank now. Once you have access to the internet, then you can participate in this electronic money and the mobile money services, and then you begin to make a lot of money. It says that about 212,270,853 volume of electronic transactions valued at 1,568,000,000 were recorded in first quarter of 2018. You see, why I'm saying these figures is that let it begin to boggle your mind, about the volume of money that is available in these electronic transactions, which is what MexoomPay is bringing to you. Now, again, further statistics show that about 43% of Nigerians, out of the estimated 180 million Nigerians, are currently banked. The implication of this is that 77.4 million Nigerians are still not within the radar of the country's financial institutions for banking services, and therefore would benefit from agency banking services. This is key. Even the central bank is pushing towards agency banking, because again, the banks are not setting up new branches, and then a lot of people, up to 7.4 million Nigerians, do not have bank accounts. So these agency banking services will enable the central bank to provide banking financial services, which is called financial inclusion, to these people who are unbanked. And then what it means is that you and I, through a platform such as MexoomPay, can provide these banking services to these 77.4 million people who are currently unbanked. And then you begin to also smile to the bank. You become a bank by yourself, with your small money that you used to register on the platform, and then you become a bank by yourself. You see, banks are always charging you for SMS, for transfers, for withdrawal. When you complain, At the end of the day, they provide an explanation. The work goes on. So the truth is, what I'm telling you is, why don't you also make money from these transactions? Each time the banks make transfers, you don't need to own a bank. Each time they make withdrawals, then you're part of it. Even for those who are banked, when they make transactions, you make money. Then if you can also use this platform to reach out to the unbanked, then that is amazing. Your life may just begin to change. That thing that you're looking for in Sokoto may actually just be in your Sokoto, meaning it is within your power. That money you want, that business grant you want, that financial breakthrough that you have so much wanted for, the loan that you want, and then you're looking for collateral everywhere, it may just be within you. All you need to do is, you have a smartphone, you have access to the internet, can you pay the registration fee, and then are you willing to do what it takes? And I'm sure, if you're listening to me, if you watch this training up to this point, I'm sure you're willing to do what it takes to change your life. See, so how do you do leverage on MexoomPay to do this? You can become a mobile money agent to reach both the unbanked and even the underbanked, and then even people who don't have access to banking services. You can become a mobile money agent and then provide the services to them, all on the platform of MexoomPay. Okay, the next industry, so far we've looked at the banking and then the telecom. So we have two to go. The power industry is another very important industry. Of course, NEPA is almighty. They've called them different names now, distribution companies, they've unbundled them, but all the same, we just understand that the important thing is that we have light. So it is estimated that the average Nigerian family spent about 9,500 naira on electricity bill per month. You use power, I use power also. You see, the thing is, you should stop complaining when NEPA bring your bills. Why should you stop complaining? If you position yourself in the electricity value chain so that you make money from the industry, you will stop complaining when NEPA bring lights. Then you bring their bills. You won't complain, because you know that as people pay bills, you're also making money. What it means is that you will also be making money when other people use power. When you use your own power, you make money. When other people use power, you use money. So the question I ask you is, why don't you make money when other people use power? Because you don't know, because you don't have a system, because you don't have a platform, and then that platform is what I am giving to you. Good or good? That's good. That's great. Let's celebrate ourselves again. I'm a millionaire. I am awesome. and then give yourself a high five. So from now onwards, you will stop complaining. I keep telling people in my offline training, it's poor men that complain, rich men don't complain. Have you ever seen the son or the child of a rich man carrying placards and say, I no go gree, I no go gree, never increase bill, they increase pump price of fuel? No, they don't do those things. It's poor men that do that. So how do you change your life? All you need to do is be part of the system, so that when they increase NEPA tariff, you also make money. When NEPA comes to your area, you make money as people pay bills, and then that platform, that opportunity is what MexoomPay is bringing to you. Good? Good or good? Awesome. Let's go on. The entertainment industry, this is fantastic, this is amazing. The opportunity here is just mind-boggling. Can you look at the statistics? DSTV makes over 1.2 billion revenue a year in Nigeria. He said, don't get angry, position yourself. Call your name, say Dr. J, don't get angry, position yourself. Whatever your name is, call yourself and say, don't get angry, position yourself. So don't complain that DSTV is increasing tariff. Don't complain that DSTV is making a lot of money from Nigeria. Position yourself so that each time DSTV makes money, you also make money. When they increase the tariff, you also make money. What will happen is that if you don't like what is going on, by the time you position yourself in this industry, God will help you. And then you get to the top where you can also own that platform, own that industry, then you can begin to change the rules. But for now that you don't have the privilege, you don't have the wherewithal, the power, the resources to change the policies, all you need to do is to be in the system, so that if they make more money, you also make more money. Like I said, don't get angry, position yourself. Poor men are emotional, wealthy men are analytical. So it's not about getting angry, it's not about shouting. All you need to do is, how can I benefit from this thing? What is the best course of action that I have to take? Once you've analyzed it, I can assure you that the best course of action is to register and then join the MexoomPay platform. I tell you, if you can't outrun the horse, then you have to jump on the horse. If you can't outrun the horse, then you have to jump on the horse. Use leverage, build, and then build a system for making money. That is what MexoomPay provides for you. Are you going to take that opportunity? Let me see your hand. Yes, let me see your hand if you want to take this opportunity to be part of these people making all the money that you stop from. Wow, awesome. I can see your hand over there. That's fantastic, because your life is going to begin to take a new turn. It's going to begin to take a new dimension. All right, so let's continue our discussion. Now it's time to learn how it works. How does MexoomPay really work? Meanwhile, so far, I've been able to show you the massive business opportunity that is available in the telecom, and the banking, and the power and the entertainment industries. It's huge, it's massive with all the statistics I've been able to show you. But you also understand that this is meant for the big players, the big companies, the MTN, the banks, and all of that. So ordinary people cannot access this opportunity. Now, what MexoomPay has done is to take this opportunity and then put it on a platform where ordinary people, you and me, can easily access it with as simple, as small as 18,500 naira. You register on MexoomPay, and then you can become a distributor of VTU for all the telecom companies. So you can distribute airtime, you can distribute data, and then you can also become a DSTV, GoTV, StarTimes distributor. We have other pay TV platforms. To register on MexoomPay, simply go to www.mexoompay.com and then fill a brief registration form. It's just very simple form. It takes about 1 to 2 minutes to finish filling the form, and then pay a registration fee of 18,500 naira only. That gives you access to an online shop, an e-business center, where you can render all these services. I'm going to talk about these services one by one. I'm going to take you online to a live account and show you how these services are done, and then how you can make money from these services. The registration process, I'm also going to talk about it. I will show you how to go to the website, and then how to fill the form, and then how to register. At this point, it's important to note that the 18.5 is an access fee, is a one-time fee. You don't pay that any other time. You don't pay every month. There is no recurrent charges. It's only that 18.5. That is what gives you access. And the way I normally explain this is like paying for a shop. It's actually buying the shop, it's not rent, because if it were rent, you're going to be paying that every month or a particular period. But once you pay that 18,500 naira, you now buy your own space on the MexoomPay platform. So that shop becomes yours. Anytime you want to sell airtime, you just open your shop and sell airtime. Anytime you want to sell data or DSTV or electricity or any of those things, just open your shop using your username and password, then log in and then make all the transactions you want to make, and then the money will come to you. Good or good? Fantastic. What MexoomPay has done is really amazing, because each time I keep telling people this is where the banks are making the money. From the 20 naira they make from your recharge, from the 100 naira convenience. Most of us have recharged from our phone. If you do your DSTV from your phone, you find out that they charge you an extra 100 naira. If you buy electricity from your phone or from those vendors outside, you find out they charge you an extra 100 naira. If you do money transfers from mobile money agents along your street, and they charge you extra 100. This is the same thing we have done to bring it into your hands. Just with your phone, you have this business center for as little as 18,500, and I'm going to talk about a whole lot of other benefits that you get on this platform. So that is what it is. Now, once you have that, you registered, signed up, then you open your back office, you open your dashboard, you have access to pay bills and then make money while you do so. The bills that you can pay will include airtime. So people want to buy airtime, even your own airtime that you use, you purchase it on that platform, and then you now make money from that purchase. The company pays you a commission for those purchases. If you sell data too, that's the same thing that happens. Now DSTV, the same thing. You make money each time you pay any of these bills. Like I said, we're going to go online. Let me illustrate this practically and see how it happens. Electricity units, airline tickets and gaming, government bills. These other ones we've signed the MOU and then the SLA for those ones, but they are not currently uploaded on the platform. Hopefully in the near future, in the next couple of months, this and the airline tickets, ARI, APs, Ethiopian airline, in fact almost 10 airlines that will sign an SLA with them, that you can buy their services, their tickets on the MexoomPay platform, and also make money from commissions and then discounts on this platform. A lot of other government bills that are also come. As a matter of fact, we signed the SLA for almost 500 additional bills that are payable on the MexoomPay platform, and each one you pay, you make money as you do so. So now is the time to join as an early bird and then take your position. Before you know it, this becomes a huge marketplace for you, a residual source of income, even when you stop doing anything actively. Then the agency banking and mobile money services are also available. So you can do instant transfers on this platform, you can do cash withdrawals, you can do cash deposits, and then we also have our signature product, which is the digital POS. So instant transfer, as we all know, somebody comes and says, I want to transfer money to another person. Then you can log into your account and then do the transfer for that person. This works especially good for people who want to do this inside markets. What will happen is that instead of people going to the bank to pay in the money, maybe for their suppliers, for manufacturers, or for their business partners, they just bring the cash to you and then initiate the transfer, collect the cash from them, and also collect your commission or service charge. Withdrawals works in the same way. What happens with withdrawals is that somebody wants, let's say, 10,000 naira. You are an ATM machine. That's what it means. Somebody wants 10,000, 20,000, 15,000. They come to you, and then you take the money from their account with your ATM, and then you can also do this even without an ATM card, just with your account number. You withdraw the money from that person's bank account, transfer it into your own account, and then give that person cash. Now, when you give that person cash, you charge a convenience fee for that. So if somebody wants 10,000, what it means is that either you withdraw 10,200 and then give that person 10,000 naira, or you withdraw 10,000 and give that person 9,800 naira, which means the extra 200 naira, the shortfall, is your margin. Is your income. You can imagine if you do 10 transactions in a day, that is 2,000 naira margin already. If you work for 20 days, that is 40,000 naira already. If you can do more than that, you see amazing. I'm going to show you as we go on in the presentation how you can use this to make 5 to 15,000 naira income every day, irrespective of what you do, irrespective of where you are. Same thing, cash deposit is the same thing as bank transfer. So somebody wants to deposit money into his account, but he doesn't have time or doesn't want to go through the stress of going to their bank. They bring the cash to you, you collect it, and then effect the deposit for them, and you charge them convenience. The digital POS, as I will explain further, is the same thing like your normal POS, but in this case it operates simply on your phone. It's digital, so you don't need to go and apply to your bank to get a physical POS. As a matter of fact, most banks these days are not giving out POS machines. Now it works in that same way, but this is even better because you can work this. Our own digital POS can work with or without an ATM card. So for instance, you're a shop owner, you're a business person, you're an entrepreneur, and then somebody wants to pay you. What will happen is that normally if you have a POS machine, you ask the person for his ATM card, you slot it in, enter the transaction amount and all of that, and this process. But in this case, once you register on MexoomPay platform, if somebody wants to pay you, all you need to do is to get your phone and then log into your account. I'll show you how that works. Open your digital POS and then ask the person for the details of the ATM card, which the non-sensitive details of the ATM card, which will include the card number, serial number, the card number, the expiry date, and then the security number. You enter it and then you give the person your phone to enter his sensitive information, which is the password or PIN. Once he enters it, that money is deducted from his account and then he enters into your account, which is the payment for any sale that you have made. This is amazing. This is wonderful. Why? Because you can carry it to any or you click and register. So if you scroll down, you see, let me just scroll down a bit and then show you some of the things that are available. Welcome to MexoomPay. Then this is the business plan. I won't waste your time. You can read it by yourself. You can do that at your own convenient time. What we offer: an online business center. We give you business grants, which are not loans to execute your businesses. We meet your needs or fund your desires. They also provide business mentorship, lifestyle coaching, and of course business networking through a community of people. to a lot of things. You get all these details once you log in and once you visit the website www.MexoomPay.com. How it works is payment of a one-off membership or registration fee of 15,500 admits you into the platform and then gives you access to the digital merchant services portal, so you can begin to vend virtual products, mobile money transactions, and then other benefits. The idea of all these benefits is to help you expand your empire. So you can do all of that and then get to learn everything that is possible on this website. So from now, let me log in into a registered account and then show you how those transactions can be made, how you can make all of those transactions that I talked about, whether it's airtime or data and all of them. So you click on login if you're already registered. If you're not registered, then you have to register first. So let me show us this first, then I'll show us how to register and then begin to do this same thing that I'm doing now. So all you need to do is to enter the username. I'm going to use a registered account. The name of that username for that account is attraction1. So you enter the password. Once you click login, it will bring you to this page where you can enter your username password. So I'll enter the password for that username. Then this is a security, it's called reCAPTCHA. So you must enter this number 5843. It's a security measure to ensure that people don't sign or log in with their computers or machines don't log in. It has to be a human being, so you have to copy that number. Also enter the username, password, copy the number, then click login. Once you click login, it will take you to your back office, which we normally call your dashboard. Take it to your dashboard. Exactly. So this is the MexoomPay dashboard. This is the MexoomPay homepage. So you can see on the top right hand corner here, it's attraction1, which is the username of the owner of this account. If you click this arrow, this is where you can log in, log out, or change your profile settings. Maybe change your email, change your phone number, and then a few other things. Let's just take a brief tour around the dashboard. Look at it. This is user panel, shows you online. This is the dashboard. So the dashboard shows you briefly an overview of what you have in that your account. You can look at my total direct commission, total indirect commission. I'm going to talk about this very shortly. I will explain all of them. My gross commission, sign up bonus, team member, which means the number of members that this person has registered in his own account. So we have 11 team members, direct team members is 4, ranked. So that's a lot of information here. I can go through them, but I'm going to explain all of them. So this is what you have so far. This person has the wallet balance now is 2,419.75. I'll show you. I'll explain a lot of this as we go on. Now on this left hand side is the menu bar, so it gives you a lot of other options. Now if you're using a phone, not a laptop, this menu bar, it doesn't usually open immediately. On the top right hand corner of your screen, beside this name, you see 4 lines. A set of those 4 lines. This is on the laptop that I'm using, so that is not here. If you're using your phone, you will not see this menu on the left because of the display size of the screen of the phone. The website is actually mobile optimized, so it displays well on the phone. So all you need to do is click those 4 lines here, and then the menu bar will not pop up, and then you can choose what you want to do. For the purposes of this training, we are going to concentrate on a few areas. I will not explain all of this now. I'll do that in the next training, which is a technical training, which is when you have registered to explain, for instance, what is genealogy, what is income report, my SIM report, bank wire member report, my e-wallet, is where you get a statement of all the transactions that are happening. So we're going to concentrate on these 2, mobile money services and then VTU management. Now the VTU management is where almost all of those services are. So let's assume you want to sell airtime, you want to buy airtime, and then you register. You just come in here and click VTU management, then click all services. When you click all services, it will load all the services that are available on this platform. So it's just take a bit of a while to load. So let's exercise a bit of pressure. The website is usually very fast. So these are all the services. You have airtime, you have data, you have electricity, you have cable TV, bank transfers and bank withdrawals. So any service you want to render, this is where you come to once you log into your account. So if it's airtime you want, so let's take them one after the other. If you log in here, you can enter airtime. So once you click airtime, then all you need to do is to choose your operator. So who is the telecom operator? Is it the Airtel, 9Mobile, MTN, Glo? Then we also have these other ones, DSTV, Box Office, Platinum, all of this. If that is what you want to recharge, then that's fine. So let's assume you want to recharge an MTN line. So you select MTN line, then you enter the amount you want to recharge. Assuming I want to do, let's say 1,000 naira airtime. So you enter 1,000 naira. That's the amount you want to recharge. Now it's important to note you can recharge any amount above 50 naira. The minimum airtime you can recharge is 50 naira. Any other thing above, whether it's 51, 52, 53, 101, 1001, 100,000, it's possible. That's also one of the advantages that this platform has over buying regular recharge card. Also regular recharge card, they are fixed, maybe 100 naira, 200 naira. But here you can buy 550 naira, 510 naira, whatever it is you want, as long as it is more than 50 naira. Then at this point, I also want to let us know that the telcos are gradually phasing out analog cards, that's recharge cards. In the near future, maybe next year or next 2 or 3 years, you will not find people selling recharge cards on the streets again. And that is how, technology will always take over things. Everybody's going onto VTU. The telcos are also moving into VTU. Systematically, they are phasing out recharge cards. So that is why you need to come into this business. Like I teach people in my training, you don't go where the ball is. You don't follow the ball. You go where the ball is going. What that means is you go where the trend is going already, so that they will come and meet you there. That's where we are now. Most people don't understand that we're going towards VT, and then we're already there. So in the next 2 to 3 years, people are going to come here to meet us. If you're still buying a recharge card along the road, or you're selling a recharge card along the road, very soon you will be out of business. So you enter the number. So let's say this is the number I want to recharge. That's actually, so this is the number I want to recharge. Then you enter your email. So my email here, and then click continue. It's important. This is the number I want to recharge. Then this email should be your own email. Assuming you're a client, you're an agent of MexoomPay, you registered. What you enter is your own email. Don't enter the customer's own email here. The reason for this is that the invoice will be sent to your email. If you enter the customer's email, the invoice will be sent to the customer, and then you will not have access to it any longer. So this is a confirmation page. The operator is MTN, the charge amount 1,000, mobile number is this, and then this is the email. So when you click confirm, the idea is for you to check and make sure that the number is correct. So when you click confirm, it will ask you, are you sure you want to confirm? Just say so. It's a very simple platform. It's very user friendly. I'm just explaining this because we need to learn it. But if you can use a smartphone, then there is nothing here that you cannot do, even without anybody looking over your shoulders. So just the second level of authentication, make sure that the money is going to be deducted from your e-wallet. So if I click this, are you sure, this 1,000 will be sent. That phone number will immediately get a text message that's also 1,000 naira has been recharged. And I also like to say, if you're on any service that gives you bonus and promos like those telcos do, whether you recharge from here or you recharge by your card, you will still get it. If you're on 6 times, 10 times, all of those things promo, you've subscribed to it. Once you recharge, MTN recognizes it, or the telcos, they all recognize it like that. So you will still get your bonuses, you still get your promo benefits. So that's all you need to do. If I click OK now, that number I entered would receive a message, and it's instant. It takes less than 5 seconds for that to happen, to receive that message that so amount of money, 1,000 naira, has been recharged. And then that is it. If you're selling it, then you collect 1,000 naira from that person, and then you have rendered that service. Of course, the 1,000 naira will be deducted from your wallet. So how do you make money from it? The company pays you a commission. So let's look at it. So let me cancel. Let's look at it. The company pays you a commission for that recharge that you have done. Since this is an already existing account, let's see how much this person has made in other transactions. So you go to your airtime recharge, this airtime that you did, and then you can see a list of all the transactions that you've been able to make with respect to airtime. So you can look at this. So they recharged 100 naira, the commission was 2 naira 50 kobo. They recharged 500 naira, the commission was 12 naira 50 kobo. So that is exactly how it works. That is how it works. So you see that each time you recharge, the company pays you for that recharge. If you scroll to the right, to the extreme right, you will see, okay, all the transactions a couple of times. You see all the transactions, and then you can see the invoice, and then how all of that has been happening. So if you go back to the services, we can also demonstrate other services that are available. So the airtime is very simple. It's very easy. It's taking this well because I'm trying to explain so you understand. So let's assume you want to buy data now. You want to buy data. There is a slight difference between buying data and buying airtime, but look at how it is. Let's say it's still MTN data bundle that you want to buy. Then if you click MTN, you have on this platform we also have SpectraNet, we have Smile. You can buy all of those ones. So let me show you. Let me show you again. You can see it from here. You can see there's SpectraNet, there is Smile, there's Cloudway Technologies, and all of that. But for now, we're buying MTN bundle. So now you have to select your bundle. The cost of the bundle is fixed. You cannot determine the prices. The companies have already determined the price. So you choose what you want to buy, and the price is already there. So you can look at it. 50 MB 1 day is 100 naira and all of that. So assuming you want to buy MTN 1.5 gig for 30 days, the price is 1,200. So once you enter it, you don't need to enter the amount. Unlike in airtime, you determine how much you want to buy. So the same thing happens if I enter this number here, 604 77070, and then enter the email address. Then it will just go through that normal verification, and then that person that owns this number, this particular number, will be recharged immediately. That's how that happens. So you can see it's the bundle data plan is 1.5 gigabyte 30 days. 1.5 gigabyte 30 days. Value, this is 30 days. Recharge amount is 1,200, and then this is the phone number that's going to be recharged. Then this is where you receive the invoice. This is where you receive the invoice. So if you click confirm, it will take you through that same normal process. Are you sure you want to confirm? That's the first level of confirmation. Then it will now tell you that it wants to deduct the money from your e-wallet. If you click this and then confirm it here, that money is automatically deducted from your wallet, 1,200, and then that person gets a bundle, MTN bundle, valued at 1,200. But then the company will now pay you, MexoomPay will pay you 2% of whatever amount that was recharged. If you want to confirm that, you can also go to our data transaction list, and then you will see the confirmation of successful transactions that happened on this account. So if you click data recharge transactions, it will show you a list. Okay, there's been no data port on this particular account, but you have the details here: the recharge amount, the commission, the service operator. All the details are all here. So let's go back to the services again, so we can actually practically demonstrate all of the services. I want to show you how all of the services work. Now this is a very important one, electricity. So let's look at electricity. Like I said, we have almost all the discos. We are the only company, I can proudly tell you that, in Nigeria that has as many discos, almost 9 discos that we have. So wherever you are in Nigeria, we've got you covered. So to start, you need to choose your disco. If you're in Abuja, Niger, Nasarawa, Kogi, this is the disco, the distribution company that services you. So that's where you pay. Benin will have Benin, both postpaid and then prepaid. We also have Eco, both postpaid and prepaid. We also have Enugu Electricity Distribution Board, both postpaid and prepaid. We have Ibadan, we have Ikeja, because Lagos has 2, Eco and Ikeja. We also have Jos that covers Plateau, Benue, Gombe, and then Bauchi. That's not the end of the list. This, I can tell you, this is the most robust, almost the widest payment platform you can talk about in this country. And then very soon I'm going to show you the compensation plan. We have Port Harcourt, and then we also have a Yola. Now let's use AEDC just to demonstrate how it works. So you enter AEDC, then you have to enter the meter number. Okay, there's a meter number here. So let's choose that just to demonstrate what we're trying to show. You enter the meter number, enter the amount you want to buy. You can buy any amount you want. So let's say you want to buy electricity of 4,000 naira. Now, if you're buying this from another person, you're going to charge that person 4,100, and a lot of us are already conversant with it. That 100 naira is your convenience fee, is your service charge, because it's 4,000 naira that will be deducted from your account. That extra 100 naira you're charging the client is your convenience fee, and then that is where you make your profits, your income, or your margin from. So once you enter that, then you enter your mobile number. This time around, it is the client's mobile number that you enter, not your own, because the token will be sent to this mobile number. So let's assume this is the client's mobile number. So I'll enter it, and then but email should be your own email. If you're an agent, the email should be your own email, so that this is where you also receive an invoice. The invoice is also in the back office. I'll show you how to locate it in case it doesn't get to your email. So once you've done this, you click continue, then it will verify that meter number. To verify that they exist, it will give you the name of the owner of the meter and then the location where that meter is, so you can confirm the details. Once you confirm the details, then the recharge can now go on. Oh, they said it's invalid, so let me choose another one. I think I have one here, 0417537008. Yeah. Okay, so let's try this one. Sometimes when it's invalid, check your disco and be sure you chose the correct disco. All right, so let's continue to load shortly, and then tell us the details on that meter. Wow, what is going on? 0417537008. Okay. Let me try another one. Still, let me try another meter number. I guess I'm not getting it correctly. But once you enter the correct meter number, it will bring out the details before you purchase the token. Okay, let me use this one, 4071011309. ABC 14071011309. So let's try this. I'm sure this one will go. Just it's loading. Okay, invalid mobile number. No wonder. Okay. So sometimes you need to be careful. It's the mobile number that is invalid, not the meter number. I entered an invalid mobile number, not the meter number. See? Invalid mobile number, not invalid meter number. Okay. So I'm sure this time around it will be fine. The system is programmed to detect. Why is this? Okay. Yeah. So finally it's responsive. So you can see it's ADC. The amount your bill is 4,000. There is no additional charge. MexoomPay does not charge you anything extra, and that is also where we're better than a lot of companies. I don't want to mention it, but most companies will charge their agents 100 naira. So the agent will not charge the customers 200 naira, which is what we have been able to try to do. So we don't charge our agents, so our agents can charge the customers just 100 naira. And you find out that if you're in a business environment where other people are charging 200 and you're charging 100, of course the business comes to you. So this is the meter number. This is the owner of the meter, and this is an Anglican women property. That is where this meter is located. And then if you scroll down further, you see all the other details. This is the area, the address where it is, the phone number, and then so if I click confirm, it's going to now ask me, are you sure you want to confirm, which means I've looked at all the details and then they are correct. The next one now is the second level of confirmation, which you ask me whether I want that 4,000 to be deducted from my wallet. If I say yes, then this 4,000 will be deducted and the token will be generated. That token will be sent to the phone number that I entered. It will also be sent to the email address that I entered. Now, because we don't want to follow through with this, let me show you examples of other transactions that had happened on this particular account, electricity transaction. So let's quickly go to, still under the PTU management, let's go to electricity bill paid transaction list, and then you see. So if you have sent that to the customer, remember you collected 100 naira extra from the customer, so you can see this is the transaction list of electricity that has happened on this account. You can see this one: transaction ID, mobile number, email address. The name of the owner of that meter is Mr. Ono Olaoluwa, and then that's his address. He bought 4,000 naira. I think that happened some time ago. So you can scroll down and scroll to the right, or minimize your screen so you can see. Let's see whether was successful. So you can see it. Transaction was successful. This is the date of the transaction. And then if peradventure you didn't get it, the email address, the token, sometimes because of network it doesn't get delivered, you can always get it here. So this is the invoice for the transaction. As a matter of fact, all our transactions have invoices in the transaction, so you can actually print it as evidence and then give to your client, and print it and then submit to your office for them to know that this transaction had actually happened. So let me click it so you see. If your system, assuming you're using a laptop that is connected to a printer, you can actually print out that particular invoice. So you can see it. This is MexoomPay invoice. This is the mobile number, the date of transaction, the name, and then you can see all the other details that are necessary, the amount. Then this is the token. So it is with this token, it's a 20 digits. It contains 20 digits. So you take it to the meter and then enter this. Once you enter, you see the purchase unit 156.8. This is we do not have any hand in determining this. It's based on the tariff that the AEDC, for instance, the disco determines, and then gives you this particular number of units. So you enter your token on the meter, and then this number of units appear. The service and all of this status is that successful. So you can actually have a small printer and then print this out and then give to the clients. And that is how that has been done. And then you make sure you collect your service charge. Usually advise a service charge of 100 naira, because MexoomPay doesn't charge you any additional fee. Good or good? Fantastic. I hope we're learning something. I hope you're excited about the opportunity that this presents. So you can imagine everybody living in your compound, you being now their NEPA office, you once you enter it correctly, then enter the amount you want to transfer. Let's say you want to transfer 2,000 naira. Then enter narration. So narration can be the name of the person doing the transfer if you're doing the transfer on behalf of another person, or you can just write transfer, whatever you think, or if somebody's buying something, whatever it is, just to give it a description so that when that person gets a credit alert, he knows where that money is coming from. Then here you put the customer's phone number, not your own phone number here, and then you enter your email address. So once you do that, click continue. You click continue. When you click continue, the same way it verifies all the details, it will verify these details and bring the owner of the bank account, and then so you can confirm. So you can look at it here, Access Bank, this is the account number, this is the account holder's name, this is the amount you want to transfer. And of course, this is where there's a service charge. On transfers, we have a service charge because the banks always charge for this transfer. So MexoomPay charges you 75 naira. So you find out that the final amount that this account is going to be debited is 2,075 naira. So how do you now make money out of it? You're going to charge that to your customer 2,150 naira. 2,150 naira. Some people charge as much as 200. So you charge that customer 2,200 or 2,150 naira. Now when they deduct 2,075 naira, they have a balance of either 125 naira or 75 naira as your income, as your margin. So once you click confirm, the same thing happens. This is instant. The owner of this account would immediately get a credit alert that 2,000 naira has been deposited into his account by so and so person according to this your narration. So that's how that happens. If you do 10 of those transactions, you can imagine making 155 naira for every transaction. You can imagine making 200 naira for every transaction. If you do 10 transactions, that is 2,000. So basically that's how most of those services work. If by the time you register, you start practicing it, and then you of course will understand a whole lot more. But there are no hidden charges. Let me also say, for transfers less than 10,000, the platform charges you 75 naira, as you can see here. For transfers more than 10,000, the platform charges you 150 naira. So you charge from transfers above 200 regularly, you charge your customers 300. So you get your own income, your own margin of 150 naira. And then these are regular industry standards. It's not you go everywhere. If you're listening to me and then you've done transfers from mobile money services, mobile money agents around, you know that this is what they charge you. Usually less than 100 and they charge less than 10,000, they charge you 200. More than 10,000, they charge you 300. And then this is how it all happens. Okay, good or good, great. I'm so excited. I hope we're learning something. Yes, give yourself a high five, mom. You are awesome. So let me show you something else, the mobile money services. Let's look at it and I will explain to you how the mobile money services work. So go back to the mobile money services, it will open. So it's called digital POS stroke ATM. Now if you have something to write, just write this down. There are 3 uses of this digital POS or ATM on MexoomPay. The first use is to accept payments. The first use of this digital POS is to accept payments. The second use is to fund your wallet. You can use it to fund your wallet. And then the third use is cash withdrawals. That's the third use. It's cash withdrawals, which is the ATM. So let's take them one by one. They are basically the same thing, but let me just explain the detailed working. So accept payment is you're a merchant, you're a trader, you're an entrepreneur, and then you want people to pay you. Maybe you have owned a bookshop and somebody have bought books from your shop worth, let's say 12,000 naira, and then that person wants to pay but doesn't have cash, so he can use ATM the same way your regular POS works. So all you need to do is, you don't need to go to your bank and ask them for another POS. All you need to do is, okay, no problem, log into your account, enter the amount. So let's say it's 12,000 that person, the books or whatever it bought from your shop is worth, and then you enter the description. So you can just enter books here, then click proceed. It will load. Like I said, what makes this, well, this is a signature product that we have, no other person has it in this country. So all you need to do is click basically with this tag, and then you have so many options to pay. You can pay with your card. So if you have an ATM card, that your customer in this case now has an ATM card, so you enter the serial number of the ATM card, the expiry date, and then the security number, which is usually at the back of the card. You see it's a 3-digit number at the back of the card. Then you say pay 12,000, and when you click this pay 12,000, it will now bring a page where you give the phone to the customer to enter his PIN or the password to that ATM card. And once that is done correctly, this 12,000 is transferred from that person's bank account. You get a debit alert, and then that 12,000 is transferred to your back office, to your dashboard on MexoomPay, and then you see it immediately. You can use it for transactions. If you want it in your bank, then you can go to that transfer, talk about bank transfer, and then move that money to your bank. Now, why this is better than your regular ATM is, one, it's mobile, so wherever you are, you can use it. You can use it in church, you can use it anywhere, because your phone is always with you, unlike the physical POS that you cannot carry around everywhere you go. Secondly, this one also works without an ATM card. So if you click bank, it can work with bank. We have a number of banks which have upgraded to this platform. You can see all of them: Access Bank, Wema, Diamond, Fidelity, FCMB, GT, Sterling, UBA, Unity, and so. So these banks have upgraded onto our platform. So what happens is, if for instance you have an Access Bank account, that's your client, your customer now has an Access Bank account, you just enter the account number as you collected it from the client, and then say verify account. Then this money, the client will receive an OTP to his phone registered with the bank. If he clicks verify account, then it will give you a page where you enter the OTP. If you enter the correct OTP, immediately that money leaves that person's account and then reflects in your back office. Good or good? Good. Awesome. Awesome. So you can now begin to receive payments with or without them. ATM cards. If they have ATM cards, fine, that works for all banks. But if they don't have ATM card, if they have the account with any of these 9 banks, then they can actually get your pay. And of course, we'll continue to update the list of banks as more banks upgrade to our own platform. digital POS, you enter so you can say cash withdrawal, and do cash withdrawal. Is that correct? Cash withdrawal. Okay, cash withdrawal 15,000. So proceed. The same thing will also happen here. The same thing will happen. So how do you do this? You pay through a payment processor. It's exactly the same, just like using it for 3 different purposes. So this one now, you want to take money from that person's account and then give the person cash in exchange. So you have to get the person's ATM card, enter the details, the card number, the expiry date, and then the security number. So when you say pay 15,000, then it will bring also the next page where you enter password or a pin to that ATM card. Of course, you won't ask the person for his or her pin. You give the person the phone or your device, whatever it is you're using, because it's a sensitive information, it's a security information. So the person will now enter his or her pin. Of course, it's encrypted, so there is no way that data can be lost or it cannot be compromised. Nobody will have access to it. Everything we do on this platform is a high security feature, is completely encrypted. And then one of the ways you know that a site is secure is this HTTPS protocol. HTTPS protocol, you can see the padlock here. It signifies that this site is very, very secure. We use the highest level of security and encryption available in the market to store, because it's sensitive information that people are passing on this platform. So when you say pay 15,000, that 15,000 will reflect, once the person enters the password, it will reflect in your back office. Then you can now give the person 14,700 naira. That 300 naira less is your service charge. That's the cost. Well, people are doing it all the time. If you check the stress of going to the ATM to stand and that you feel they don't get anyone, and who will only pay 300 naira extra. I'm sure a lot of you listening to me have actually paid this money to have it withdrawn. So now we're turning the tide. Let the money come to you. Let it not just be that you're the one spending all the time. Or if the person wants exactly 15,000, then what you enter here is 15,300, so they can give the person 15,000 cash. Good or good? Good. Awesome, 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 fantastic. Thank you for staying up to this point in this presentation. Let's take a deep breath. Let's take a deep breath. You can take a cup of a glass of juice, a glass of water, something just to refresh you, because we are making money and showing you how to begin to make 5,000 to 15,000 naira every day side income, and then it's going to be amazing. So just take a deep breath, take a glass of juice. Before we do that, say I am a millionaire, I am awesome, Dr. J is a millionaire, Dr. J is awesome, and then give yourself a high five. Wow, fantastic. So let's continue. So when they have paid you, then that is done. So those are the 3 purposes of the mobile money services on MexoomPay platform. First is to accept payments as a digital POS. Second is to fund your wallet instantly, and then third is for cash withdrawal. Suffice it to say at this point that your money, we are fully integrated with the banks. We have all the SLAs, like I've said. Your money, you can move money from your bank to your back office, and then you can move money from your back office to the bank. It's seamless, it's instant. So if you have money that you want to fund, for instance, now on this account, I think we have okay, this is the balance on this account. The balance on this account is 2,419. You want to add money to this account. You have 100,000 in your bank and you want to bring it here for services. All you need to do is to use the mobile money services, and then that money will come in there. So you can move money from your bank to your back office or your dashboard on MexoomPay. Then you can move money from your dashboard, from your back office, to any bank in Nigeria using the bank transfer option. So if I want to move this 2,419 into any bank, let's say Access Bank, any bank in Nigeria, you just go to VTU management or services. I think I've already demonstrated that, or services, and then click bank transfer, and then enter the details. Any bank at all that you want that money to go to, and then this instant is done immediately. Wow. I think that's been a marathon. That's been a long one. Then let me briefly also show you this before I leave this page. When you click your e-wallet, it shows you the transactions, how transactions has happened in that account. You can monitor it. So you can see, if I click wallet statement, there are a number of things there. But for this purpose, let me click wallet statement so you can see how the money has been moving in and out. So even if you register on the platform and you want people to use it and do business for you, they cannot cheat you, because since you have access to the account, you can see all the transactions, everything that they do, all the time. So this is e-wallet statement. So you can see, for instance, here now, there was an airtime recharge of 500 naira, so it's a debit, and then you see a credit here, 12 naira 50 kobo. So when this person bought 500, that 500 was debited, and then the commission was credited to the account. Then he bought 100 naira, and then the commission was credited. All the transactions are always listed. You can look at it. Okay, this person did a transfer 4,800 naira to an Access Bank account. Now that 4,000 was debited, then it was charged 75 naira. So he always continues like that. So you can see, okay, this person funded his account 10,000 naira, and then you can see the balance. So it is always like that. You can look at so many other pages. So when you register, you can't do all of these things. And then of course we provide further technical training, because once you have registered, you have access to your own back office. Then if you have questions, we can also provide further and then more technical training to help you navigate through all of this. Good or good? This is good. This is good. I think like this is great. So thank you. Let's go back to the slide. Let's go back to the slide and then continue. Well, I think we should be on the final run, on the home run of this presentation. So let's go back to the slide and I'll just share a few things with you, and then we can close the class from there. Making money on MexoomPay. I've actually explained a couple of these things, when I took you to the online web page and they showed you the back office and the dashboard on MexoomPay. But let me just emphasize it, and a few of them that I've not talked about already. So the commission for airtime and data, MexoomPay pays you 2.5% and then 2% respectively. Meaning for airtime, each time you buy airtime on MexoomPay platform, the company pays you back 2.5%, which is your commission, which is a discount. So that is the profit you make. Now if it is data, pay you 2%. Now outside of airtime and data, all the other services from electricity to DSTV, cable TV subscription, and then to mobile money services, you charge a convenience fee. Usually for transactions less than 10,000, you charge 100 naira to 150 to 200 naira. Then for transactions more than 10,000, you charge between 300 to 500 naira. So that is the extra charge you put on the customers, and then the customers are willing to pay because of the value of the service you deliver to them. So this is very straightforward. This is industry standard. If you move around your neighborhood where you find out that this, in fact, our own is cheaper, because like I said, if you buy DSTV cable TV from us, we don't charge you anything extra. MexoomPay doesn't charge you anything extra. It's that exact amount, so you can charge your customers 100 naira. If you buy electricity, MexoomPay doesn't charge you, unlike our competitors who charge you 100 naira, so you charge your customers extra 200 naira. So that's basically how that works. Then what we've also done, what MexoomPay has been able to do, is to provide referral bonuses. What it means is when you start using, you register and then you start using these services and you like it and then it's giving you money. We already in the referral business. We refer other people to different kinds of businesses that we do, and then we don't get paid. You refer people to your shop, to your tailor, to a restaurant that you like, and then you don't get paid for it. But what MexoomPay has done is each person that you refer to register, then MexoomPay pays you. How do they link this? Everybody who comes onto this platform has a unique referral link. You have a username. So I'm going to show us how that registration is done. So once you enter that username, then each time you register another person, then you get paid. A lot of us that have done network marketing already understand how this concept works. But the idea is to reward you for bringing more people into the MexoomPay payment platform. There are two kinds of referral bonuses that we have. The direct bonus, which is 1,005. So anybody that registers directly with your link, you get paid 1,005. There is no limit. And then there's the indirect, which means the person you referring another person, you get paid 300. That has a limit of 5 levels. It has a depth of 5 levels. But this money sounds a bit maybe small, but when we have signed up. But it may suffice to note that it's a business grant and bonus is paid to members on achievement of set. Pay, which will include it is very easily set up your own business as part of an already existing business or a standalone business. So people can just register on MexoomPay and then add it to the business you're already doing. I've shown you in the beginning testimonials of people who are doing it as part of an already existing business. Or some people just say, okay, I don't have anything doing, I'm unemployed, so they register, they have a phone, they have access to the internet, they get a table and an umbrella, and then business has started. Before 2-3 months, the business is already beginning to go places. There's little risk, there is no overhead cost involved, except if you want to begin to employ people, which means the business is also making money for you to begin to employ people. Your earnings is unlimited. You can refer 1 million people and then get 1,500 by 1 million. You can refer 1,000 people and get 1,500 by 1 million. You can do recharge. You can pay DSC for everybody. You can pay electricity for everybody. There is no limit. There is no cap to the amount of money you can make on this platform. It's a portable business. Once anywhere you go with your phone. That's all you need. That's all you need. It's an electronic design mobile shop is a little business. So there's a residual income, which means when you register maybe 3, 4, 5 people, all the other activities they do from the indirect referral and then from the business grant, you just make money on your own. The money just comes by itself without you doing any other further work. So like I said, if you're not gifted enough to sing, or you can't sing to maybe benefit from maybe you cannot write a book to benefit from go and then do that service. People want to buy airtime and then they're already in your shop. Instead of them crossing the street to go to look for airtime, you can just do that for them, and then you make money and then they enjoy the convenience. So these are the 2 ways you can use them. MexoomPay. Good or good? Good. Great, awesome. We're moving really very fast, and I like that. We've achieved so much. And then thank you once again for staying till this point in this stream. I can assure you that your time, you already know your time is not wasted. And then we're beginning to close the class because we're getting towards the end. Okay, so these are just pictures of how you can take the MexoomPay platform. You can take it just as on your phone alone. You can do the umbrella. You can get the umbrella, you can buy it in the market. You can, if you're close to us, you can brand it and then give it to you. People can also use this for empowerment. This particular one, we use it for a particular political empowerment. So what happens is a politician says, okay, I want to empower youth in my area. 100 people, pays for them, registers them on MexoomPay, and then provides them with this branded umbrella for them to do the MexoomPay business in their area, but they're also helping to further his campaign cause, his campaign objective. So in this campaign season, you can also think of using it beyond the campaign. You can just use it to empower people, to empower the less privileged, to empower people who do not have money. You can contact others, and the beautiful thing about it is when those people register, they're going to register under you. So you're going to make 1,500 for each of them, and then as they begin to do the business, when they register other people, they're going to begin to get 300. So give yourself 1 year, give yourself 6 months. By the activity of those people, you recover and then make profit from the money you use to empower them. You can introduce this business to anybody, maybe somebody who's a philanthropist, and say, okay, let's go to your community, empower 20 people, empower 100 people, and then those 100 of us will register on that, and then they also make money beyond delivering value to those people. Now, for those people who want to take it as a full-time business, you also have this kiosk. You can brand your shop, you can brand the front of your shop, you can also get this kiosk and then take the business to a whole new level altogether. Good or good? Good. This is great. All right, so this is just a picture to show us how you can make up to 5 to 15,000 naira every day on this platform, which is the promise we gave initially. So this is a breakdown. If you do 20 transactions at 15 naira per transaction, you're making 1,000 naira from this particular one. If you do data transactions, just 20, recharge phone for 20 people at 14 naira per transaction, you make 800 naira. Then if you do TV subscription, I don't think it's very difficult to subscribe TV for 10 people if you're actually in a busy area, and then you're making 150 per transaction, that is 1,500 naira. The same thing applies to electricity. If you can subscribe electricity for 10 people in a day at 150 naira per transaction profit, then that's 1,500. Then the other bills that are available on the platform, and then the money transfer, you can do 10 of them each, then you get 1,500. Then cash deposit, cash withdrawal. Then, of course, the referral aspect of the business. What if you can refer to people every day? That gives you 1,500 bonus each, and then a total of 3,000. Then from the indirect, the people you have referred, when you're not there, they continue to refer other people. So you can also make 3,000 naira per day from their referral. So if in a day you have the capacity to fulfill all of these transactions, it gives you 16,800 naira by the time you add all of them up. In a week, you're making 100,800, and then in 1 month, which is 4 weeks, you're making 403,200. Isn't this amazing? I think this is great. And if I look at it, it's not impossible. People are already doing this. These transactions are due. People are already doing it. But let's say you don't even have the strength, the capacity to do all of this, so you can't do 20 transactions in a day. Probably can do half. So 10 here, 10 here, 5 here. That means you're going to get half of this amount. So that is 200,000. About 200,000 naira in a month. A lot of people, even senior civil servants, a lot of them do not earn up to 200,000 naira in a month. So you can get that if you do half of this volume of transactions. What if you say that is too much? So you do just 1 quarter, which means you sell airtime to 5 people. I think that is very, very possible. Airtime to 5 people, data to 5 people, 5 TV subscriptions, 5. Just do a quarter of this, and then you have 100,000. 100,000 in a month. A lot of our graduates do not earn 100,000 naira in a month. With 18,000 naira 500, and then with a mobile phone, it is possible. Just like that alone, by virtue of what MexoomPay has provided for us to earn up to 100,000 naira income per month. Let's say that is too much, and you do 1/8, which means like 2 of this, 2 of this, 2 of this. That's amazing. You get up to 50,000 naira in a month. 50,000 naira in a month. Is it possible? Like I said from the beginning, are you willing to do whatever it takes, legally, ethically, and morally, to change your life? The ball is in your court. We've done what we're supposed to do as a company on the MexoomPay platform, but you have to do what you have to do. You have to render the services, you have to get the client, and then I can tell you, the clients are already there. Even you, check how much you spend on electricity every day, check how much you spend on airtime, and then all those other deals. So if you're really serious about changing your life, about making money and stopping to beg people, and then stopping to take those insults, then you can start. At least let's look at doing 50,000 naira in a month. Then from there we can graduate to higher and higher things. Good or good? Good, awesome, fantastic. So is it doable? Say to yourself, I am a millionaire, I am awesome, and then give yourself a high five. Let's do that again. I am a millionaire, I am awesome. You give yourself a high five. Can you make 50,000 naira a month by doing this transaction? Yes, absolutely. You can do it. You can do that. I know you can. People are already doing it. So if what is possible for one is possible for all. All right. Okay, so like I said, we're on the home run. The 1, 2, 3 steps to wealth creation on MexoomPay. There are 3 steps you can follow and go through for you to be able to make money on the MexoomPay platform. The first step is to register. Go to the website. I'm going to show us now how to register. Go to the website www.MexoomPay.com and then follow the fill the form, and then pay 18,500. That's all you need to do. Then step 2, you now use the platform either personally or commercially, but you must also do step 3, which is to teach 3 people to do the same thing that you have done. I can assure you that if you begin to do this in 3 months time, you'll be amazed the amount of money, the amount of impact, the amount of influence that you can create using these 3 steps. So let me take you to the website. I'll show you briefly how to register on the MexoomPay platform. All right, good or good, great or great. Thank you. So let's go back to the website. Let me show you how to register on the MexoomPay platform. So you go to www.MexoomPay.com. Let's load. We're going live again. So let's load the home page on the website, and then I'll show you how to register. It is very simple. Meanwhile, how many of you would like to register on MexoomPay? Let me see your hand. Wow, fantastic. Thank you. Let me see your hands again. If you really know that this will change your life and you're going to register, let me see your hand again. Say to yourself, I am a millionaire, I am awesome. Then give yourself a high five. That is fantastic. Very beautiful. So to register, you go to the website www.MexoomPay.com, then you click register, or you go to member area and click join us. So let's use register. So when you click register, the site will load and they will bring out the form, which the registration form, you say is member registration. So you just fill the form. Quickly, I'm going to just fill this so that you will see what it takes to register. Sponsor name, you must have a sponsor name. You must have a sponsor. So in this case, let's use the same Attraction One as our sponsor. So if you're listening to me, I'll show you the sponsor you have to use. If somebody referred you to listen to this video, then you have to use that person's username as your sponsor, and then you select your package. So there's only one package that we have, which is the package for 18,500. That is where everybody joins. We will introduce other packages as time go on, but not immediately. And you see the way the form has been designed is to check if that username exists, so that if there's a problem with the form, you know immediately. So it says Attraction One exists. So once it exists, then you can proceed with your registration. So you select the package that you want to register. You click so it's 18,500 MXP Premium membership, and then you scroll down and quickly fill the rest of the form, and it's very easy. So let's assume I'm filling this form for myself. I want to register myself, so I can say Dr. J, maybe 1/8/2018, just to make it very unique, so that I'm sure that nobody else has taken that. Then you enter your email address. Before the email address loads, it will check whether this is available. If it's not available, it will ask you to choose another option. So that's my email. I'll enter the email. You enter your name. So it's a very simple form to fill. You enter your phone number. Okay. Then you enter your address. You can be as specific as you wish to be. And then I would like to also say every information you enter, you can edit it in the account when you log in. It's only the username. Once this username is accepted, you cannot edit it again, but you can change your email, you can change your phone number, you can change your address, even your password. So you enter your password. So I'm going to use a specific password, then you confirm it. Yes, and then you also enter your transaction password. This transaction password is a second level of security on your account, so that even if somebody has access to your account by having your username and password, there are certain transactions that they cannot carry out without having the transaction password. So you can use the same password as a transaction password, or you can change them. So I will enter that too, and then also enter the password here. So the terms and condition is already ticked, so you don't need to tick it again. It's already automatically ticked. So once you finish filling the form, before you submit, you need to scroll up and review the details and be sure that you provided the details accurately, the username, the package you're signing up for, which is just only one 18,500 package, then your details, your name, which is your username, your email address, then your full name, your phone number, your address, your contact address, and then your password. You have to confirm it to make sure that you don't make mistake, and then your transaction password. Once you've confirmed that your details are entered correctly, then you submit the form. Our registration involves 2 steps. So the first step is to fill the form, and then the second step is to make payments. If you don't make payments, that form is hanging, so you actually cannot do much with it until payment is made. It's when payment is made that you can now, form is active, your registration is activated. So you see, I've already submitted the form. So the next step, which is the second step, is now to pay. So you have 2 methods. You can pay by bank wire, or you can pay online. So if you choose bank wire, what it means is you want to make a transfer from your bank to the MexoomPay account, and then once I click bank wire, you see the account. Or you want to make a direct deposit, you want to make cash deposit into that MexoomPay account. So this takes maybe a bit of 2 to 3 hours to get activated. But if you want to pay online, you can pay online either with your bank or just with your ATM card. So you click this. So when you click this, it will still, like I showed us earlier, you now enter your ATM card details, your expiry dates, and then the security number. Then of course, the cost of the registration is 18,500. So once you click pay 18,500, it will now bring another page where you enter your password. Once that is confirmed, that 18,500 leaves your bank account, and then of course it's credited to Mexium Consulting account, and then you're signed in automatically. You also get an email with your login details. So that is how this is done. If you want to use your bank to pay, especially if you have accounts with any of these 8 or 9 banks, then you can also pay with your bank, and then that 18,500 is deducted. They will send you an OTP first. Once you enter the correct OTP, and then that 18,500 is deducted, and then you're signed up immediately. So that is how to register. It takes less than 5 minutes, and then you register. You already have access to your account. Remember, once you register, the company gives you a sign-up bonus of 1,500, which you can use to start the business. And then if you want more money, then you can of course use the mobile money services to transfer more money into your account. If you want to take it out of your dashboard, you can also do that. So let me close this and then show you how the bank wire works. So if you have filled your form and then you don't want to pay instantly, you want to maybe do a bank transfer or a bank deposit, then you choose bank wire. So once you click bank wire, it's asking you to confirm and you want to pay with through bank wire. Okay, so let's allow it to load. Once it loads, that form is submitted, but it's not active until you make payment. So you can see it says pay via bank wire. Bank wire details. Dear user, please make payment on the below bank name: Mexium Consulting and Multi Services Limited. Account number 5600370844. Bank is Fidelity Bank. So you can now transfer that 18,500 to this account and then upload proof of payment, or go to the bank and then make a deposit and then get the teller and then snap the teller and then upload it, anyone that you want. Once that money hits the company account, then you will be activated because they already have your registration form. If you don't want to upload, all you need to do is when you're making that payment, in the narration write registration, then your username. Let's say I'm registering Dr. J18. So if I'm doing a bank transfer, in the narration I say MexoomPay registration for Dr. J18. That way I don't even need to upload the proof of payment, because once the company gets that credit and then that narration is there, they automatically will look for that registration form and activate it. If you're making deposits, cash deposit in the bank, that's Fidelity Bank in this case, in the place for depositor's name, just write your own name. That's the username. So I'll just write Dr. J18, Dr. J18, then in brackets registration, Dr. J18 in brackets registration. That is what you write as the name of depositor. So once that money hits the bank and then the admin gets those details, they will activate you instantly. But if you want to upload your proof of payment, it's fine. Once you've made payments, especially if you're using your phone, you click upload proof of payment here, and then it will bring a place where you can select the file and upload. You see, username is Dr. J18, so I can choose the file. If that file is on my system, maybe I've already snapped it, I've done a screenshot, then I can go to my saved pictures and then open it and then upload it here. Once it gets to the company, immediately I will be registered. So that is how to register on MexoomPay. 3 steps, 2 steps actually. All you need to do first, go to the website, click register, fill the form, make sure you enter your sponsor username or get your sponsor's link and then use it and then fill the form. Once you fill the form, you submit it. When you submit the form, then make your payment. You can make payments either through bank wire or directly online using your ATM card or your bank account. And once you do that, you are activated automatically. You get your login details. You go to your email address and then you get your login details there. If you don't want to put your email, of course you know your username and password, so you just come to login. When you click login, you enter that's your username and password, and then it will take you to your back office the same way I have already shown to us. So let's assume we log in back into that account. Of course I didn't register the Dr. J18, so this account is already registered. So let's log in again, so I show you as we close today's class what all this is all about. 8531. So I enter, then it will just take me immediately to my back office. Assuming this is a new account, the first thing you will notice is you see a sign-up bonus of 1,500 because this is an old account. All these other things are already there. Let me show us something since I'm still on the back office before we finally close. So when we talked about the business grants, you can see this one already has a current business grant of 10,000 naira. The next business grant is 100,000 naira, and for this you need 100 points PDP and then 1,000 points CGV. And this account already has PDP of 20 and then CGV of 55. For that, he has already gotten 10,000. The next target is 100,000. So as more and more people join this team until you qualify, once you get PDP of 100, CGV of 1,000, then you can now get your 100,000 naira grants. Now let me also show us the genealogy. It shows how the people that you bring into the system, how they are placed under you. It's a 1x3 matrix, like I said earlier. So this is attraction 1. It already has I think 3 people, or even more than that. I think it's a lot more than that. So when you register this attraction 1, you get 1,005. When you register this first person, you get 1,005. You register this person, you get 1,005, and then you register this third person, you get another 1,005, which is a total of 6,000, because it's 1,500 plus 4,500, 6,000. Then once these 3 are complete, you have 15 points, and then you get extra 10,000, which means for instance these 3 people, you already have 16,000 out of the 18,500 that you paid, which is why we do that 1 to 3 steps to wealth. What you need to do: register yourself, use the platform personally or commercially, and then teach others. Teach 3 other people. So once you teach, that means bring in these 3 other people, you have 16,000 for that 18,500 that you have paid. And then of course you just have to calculate plus all the other things, all the other benefits you begin to get, especially as these people repeat those same actions, those same things that you did. So that is basically how it is. And then the task, the targets I usually give people is, when you register, give yourself a target of 1 week, maximum 2 weeks, to get these 3 people and then get your 16,000. Once you've done that, you're balanced, and then you begin to provide leadership, and then the other people will also do the same thing with you. And then in a matter of months, you have a money making machine, a residual income making machine, and you can also qualify for all your grants. All right, thank you. God bless you for coming this far with us. Let's go back, and then I think we just have 1 or 2 other slides to show you, and then the class will end. So I encourage you, as long as once we finish, I'm sure most of you are already itching to go and start to register, but just hold on 2 more slides that I will show you, and then you can just log in, go to the website, and then register and make your payment, and then the money will just start rolling in. Say to yourself again, I am a millionaire, I am awesome. Give yourself a high five. Thank you. You are very, very awesome. All right, back to the slides. So getting started. So how do you start? Contact your sponsor for his or her registration link or just the username. The registration link will take you direct to the registration form, or you go to the website, click register, then enter the person's username. Of course, you may get further guidance, but what I've explained to you, you can actually do it by yourself. I'm going to provide a registration link below this video at the end of this video. So once this video is ended, I think you can even see it now, it's already there. Just click that link below and then you can actually immediately go ahead to register. Okay, say this after me, repeat this after me. The simplest way to solve your own problems is to solve other people's problems, leveraging a business system. This is a profound statement. This is actually the first law of wealth creation. It also has a bit of the second law of wealth creation. I teach these things in my offline coaching classes, but it's important for you to understand that any problem, any financial problem you have in life, you want to buy a car, you want to buy a house, you want to marry a new wife, you want to buy clothes, you want to go on vacation, those are problems, your personal problems that has to do with money. To solve that problem, the only way to do that is to solve other people's problem using a business system, because any money you will ever make is given to you by another person. And why do people give you money? Because you solve their problem. So when you pay electricity bill for somebody, when you recharge DSC for somebody, when you pay airtime for somebody, you're solving his own problem. The money that he gives you in exchange is what will enable you solve your own problem. This is foundation to making money. It's fundamental. Any business you want to do, look at the fact that I have to solve people's problem so that the money I get from them in exchange is what I will use to solve my own problem. So if you're listening to me, if you're unemployed, if you're looking for money in any way, the only way to solve that problem and get that money is to begin to solve other people's problem. Of course, you need to use a business system. So that is why MexoomPay is the platform that enables you to solve other people's problem, pay their bills, and then you will make money to solve your own problems. Good or good? Great. So, well, what is the cost of procrastination? You can look at it. You can continue to say, okay, I'll do this next week. Let me go and ask my wife. Let me go and ask my husband. Let me go and ask my parents and all of these things. When you see a good opportunity, always say yes, and then the how to actualize it will come. If you continue to procrastinate, this is the cost of procrastination. This is your salary. You can see the eyes of the salary. You see all the things, house rent, transport, everything is on it. And then look at this family, look at this couple, look at the woman. He's looking at the man. Look at the man. He's on the other side of the bed. I can tell you more than 90% of problems in families is caused by money. So this man is wondering, wow, look at this man, look at the back of his head. How did I fall for this kind of man? How did I fall for this wretched man? How did I fall for this church rat? All kinds of things, because the love has vanished, because there's no money anywhere any longer. And the man in his own mind is thinking, how did I get married to this witch? God, how did you give me this kind of... But they've forgotten the time that things were good, that they were calling everybody darling, darling, honey, sweet, and all of those things. So what do you need to do? You need to leverage on this platform to begin to make money. Yes, it is true. Money doesn't solve all problems, but you see, it is only when you have enough money to solve the problems that money can solve that you can have time to solve the problems that money cannot solve. Exactly. Money doesn't mean anything, but money is very, very important. According to Solomon, it says money answereth all things. For those of us who are self-employed, you're a professional, you're a banker, you're a doctor, you are a lawyer, and all of those things, you're successful, but you see, you are tied. You don't have time to do any other thing. Yes, you can make the money, but you don't have time to do any other thing. This is the time to begin to build a source of residual income that can give you time and financial freedom. For as simple as 18,500 and a little effort, in a couple of months to years, you can build that your dream income stream. What if you're good? You're technically good, you're an IT guru, you're very, very good in what you do, but you see, every day you're on the computer, your boss is climbing on top of your head. You can make good money, but you don't have time. You don't have time to enjoy that money. You don't have time to take care of your family, to go for vacations and do all of those things. It's crazy. It's a rat race, and the only way to get out of that rat race is to get involved in this opportunity that I just shared with you. You can see this guy, he's well seated up, dressed up, he has a briefcase, he has probably a Dwyer phone or an iPhone 10, iPhone 8, and all of those things. But you see, he's on a treadmill. This is called motion without movement. Every year you have been on that same spot. Don't close this year again the way you closed the last year. You ended with 500,000 in your bank balance. That is what you have always ended every year, every month. That's what it has always been. 1 million, 20 million, 50 million has passed through your hand, but where is it? You can't account for it because there are too many expenses. This is time to begin to leverage on this platform so you can begin to move forward, so you can begin to now add movement to that motion. So that's all you need to do. Stop procrastinating. Just make up your mind today. Get that 18.5. If you don't have 18.5, make up your mind. I will do whatever it takes to raise that money, and then you can raise it. I can assure you, once you say I want to do this, a way will show up. Yes, let me see your hand. If you say you will, yes, you will, and I know you will, and then a way will show up. It starts with commitment. It starts with making up your mind that this is what I want to do. Once you say to yourself, this is what I want to do, a way will show up on how to do it. But if you say, I can't do it, I will not be able, how can I get a team file? How will I do this? This is one of those fraud, these things and all of that. Of course, every other thing will shut down. Your mind cannot create any other way when you have said no. Once you say yes, whether you know how to do it or you don't know how to do it, once you say yes, your mind will begin to create the how. Good or good? Good. This is great. All right, so as we begin to round up this, I think about the last slide. You see, your ember can become a raging fire. You see, this is a raging fire. You see, that passion you have, that 18,005 you have, that small money you have, that even that dream that you have, if you leave it by itself, it will die. But if you put it in the midst of other embers, in the midst of other charcoal, it's going to become a raging fire. The same way, when you put a small charcoal by itself, when the wind blows, it blows it and then it dies off. But when you put it in the midst of other charcoals, when the wind blows, it kindles it and it becomes a raging fire. So that is what I'm telling you. Your ember can become a raging fire, but only if you put it in the midst of other burning fire. Put that 18.5. Put that your passion to talk to people, your passion to share things with people, your passion to help people. Let it be in the midst of this other charcoal, and then it can become a raging fire. So I want to thank you. I want to say God bless you. It is awesome that you have come to the end of this presentation. It's a new lifestyle that I welcome you. Just take that action. Click on that link below. Go to the website. Contact the person that asked you to watch this video, and then make the payment, make the registration. Let's begin to live a new lifestyle. Thank you, and God bless you. I love you all.